13th, 2024. A Pakistani logs onto Twitter. He browses a bit, dodging all of the OnlyFans bots and right-wing grifters. And then he spots this post.
Albanian woman married white brown Pakistani, living in the West. Complete humiliation and shame they have brought, only bullets jump by the Paris.
A sense of national pride overwhelms him, and he quickly logs onto Reddit and reposts the screenshot onto r/AsiaIRL. With tremendous delight, he grins gleefully at his post. Yet quickly, it starts getting traction amongst the Indian users of the site.
Aren't Albanians also looked down upon in the rest of the Balkans?
Overwhelmed by millennia of senseless carnage and paying heed to ancient tribal allegiances, the Indians knew that the Albanian must pay for his insolence. An onslaught of hate comments targeted at Albanians ensues, innocent of any wrongdoings. A single Albanian user is caught in the crossfire, having to stand up for himself for the only crime of being born under the coat of arms of a black eagle and in the mountains of the accursed Alps. Enraged by the injustice committed on the subreddit, he reposts the post onto his native lands, r/BalkansIRL. In a blink of an eye, hundreds of Balkaners see this post and the injustice that was committed with it, and quickly cast aside the ancient blood feuds to rush to the aid of their precious comrade. As the Balkans fight back, the Indians' ego gets hurt in the crossfire. The flame war that started as a result of the Twitter post further sparks tension, and more Indians rush to their countryman's aid. Quickly, one user of r/AsiaIRL drafts a 5-page meme giving an intellectual thesis on why the Albanians are members of the Roma community, insulting at the same time both the Albanian nation and the shunned Romas, giving them both additional hardship, as if they hadn't had enough of that already. He reposts the meme on both r/AsiaIRL and r/BalkansIRL, stoking the flames between the nations even higher. Upon the Balkan subreddit seeing this, the post rises to the top of the site, as more and more Balkaners become enraged that a foreigner dared to fire upon one of their own, seeing it as a grave cultural taboo, as although the Balkans fiercely hate one another, no one is permitted to talk trash about them except one of their own. And the last time they checked, India was nowhere near the Balkans. Quickly, the alarm bells on the subreddit are rung, and troops start to mobilize. After 20 years of fickle peace, war yet again has broken out on the Balkan Peninsula. Lightning fast, the internet soldiers of r/BalkansIRL grab their keyboards and open up their pirated versions of Photoshop CS6 they got off the Pirate Bay and get to work. In a matter of minutes, both r/AsiaIRL and r/BalkansIRL are overwhelmed with the anti-Indian memes.
Wauw, dat was heel erg racistisch.
The Indians of the internet see that once more they are under fire from a foreign invader, unlike of which they had seen since the British. They arm their own guns and reinforce supply of anti-Albanian memes. Both subreddits at this point are completely flooded with vile posts making fun of their own nationalities, both growing ever more so angry with each other and creating more dank memes in retaliation depicting each other as the crying soy Wojak while showing themselves as the Giga Chad, stoic Chad Wojak. Now, while the mods of r/BalkansIRL were completely with their members in the war effort, the mods at r/AsiaIRL were completely caught off guard. You see, unlike what the Balkans believed, the Asian subreddit did not coordinate this attack against God's chosen lands. Rather, a few bad actors decided to strike at them unbeknownst to the rest of the subreddit. Previously to this point, the two subreddits were in brotherly relations, as both were the successors of the original r/2Balkan4U and r/2Asian4U, two subreddits dedicated to these two groups of people who'd make ironic memes against one another, satirizing unironic nationalists from their home countries, who'd unironically make hateful posts against others from the same region. Both subreddits got banned by evil decadent Westoids who did not understand a 2000 IQ banter of Asia and the Balkans. The two had gone through trying times facing the tyrannic admin Cheetor and lost their communities and had no one else to sympathize with but with one another. Yet, here they were, fighting each other to the last meme. In a desperate attempt to prevent any more bloodshed and bruised egos, the mods at r/AsiaIRL started mass deleting posts and banning users who were targeting the Balkans, in a move that has never been seen since the creation of the subreddit. Yet, that did not stop the Balkans from their onslaught. They continued creating memes against the Indians and publishing them all across the subreddit and Twitter. The mods could not handle the sheer number of butthurt Balkaners. They had not seen such fury ever in their lives. They did not know how to deal with the ancestors of Arkan and Adam Yashari. Although they had been trained in the internet spats between Pakistanis and Indians, threatening to nuke each other every couple of years over the cricket championship, nothing could prepare them against the hordes that rose up from the ashes of NATO's depleted uranium bombings in Kosovo. Balkan toxicity and pettiness had mutated into something far greater any human could comprehend. In such desperate times, overwhelmed, outnumbered, and censored by their own community, the Indian e-warriors had no other choice but to call upon another subreddit, r/2bahrat for you, another ironic nationalist subreddit that focused on the tomfoolery in Indian subcontinent. With the new reinforcements, the Indian army regrouped in a one last-ditch effort and utilized the most frowned upon of countermeasures: reporting the subreddit. With the sheer amounts of anti-Indian memes, r/BalkansIRL was running the huge risk of getting their subreddit once more nuked off the platform they all called their shitposting home, as was the case with their motherland r/2Balkan for you. Seeing the dangers of having to start up a whole new subreddit once more, the mods of the Balkans panicked, similar to the time their mothers found a piss bottle in their bedrooms. And quickly they too started to do their job and moderate the subreddit. With the stakes growing higher than ever, the two subreddits met together to negotiate peace. Overwhelmed by pure artistic rage exerted by Balkaners, r/AsiaIRL conceded an unconditional surrender, with which the bloodbath was put to an end, and the Balkan subreddit rejoiced and started spamming memes celebrating their victory. But even so, how many egos and gigabytes of online storage space had to be destroyed to achieve that? We might never know.